Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Willis going to look to throw first play. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
Check smash, check smash.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. To the air on first down, here's Willis. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Play fake. Here's Willis. That one complete. It's tagged down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Bengals at 5-8, 3 games under 500. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the way. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield.
But it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 18, 5 in. Panther 11.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's Pacheco headed right. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a bag, but they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Bengals defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. Touchdown, Vikings. Taysom Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM,
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Curtis Samuel, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
With the score, Vikings 14, Bengals 3.
Let's go now.
Willis looking to throw on first down. Caught. It's Wilson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down. Willis looks to throw here. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Hey, smash Bronco!
A run by Pacheco on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He stiff arms him. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down. The defense a little lax there. They give up 9 on 4th and 4.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Cougar 19! Cut 19! Cut 19! Ready?
He'll look to throw. And this one complete again to Mims. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more pressure. Remember when...
Touchdown! Taysom Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Bengals 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure And the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10, it's Willis. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. The shotgun snap to Willis. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. Second and 6.
A gain of 4.
Willis.
At their 49-yard line.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Check it.
3rd down, it's Willis. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Felix and Udike Uzama in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Ready.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
Here's Jones. The Bengals drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st down, Willis. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Ready.
And now an audible here into something else. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. Again, it's Willis to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Willis. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Okay, ready?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Let's go.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
Willis to throw on 2nd. Touchdown, Bengals. Garrett Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Second and 6.
Trap 60, trap 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
Now back to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Touchdown, Vikings! Quez Watkins, 46 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because they didn't get some kind of points here. That next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. 10 through 11, 10 through 11.
Back to throw, Willis. Completes Austin here over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw, here's Willis. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Inaudible here to get a new look.
Come 19, come 19. Ready.
4th down, Willis. Flush to his right. It's caught inside the 25. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. And he'll wind up short of the goal line, so they will not be able to get this back within a score as this remains a 10-point differential. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
70 Timberwolves, 19 tight, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18.
Mims in motion left. Now they'll change things up. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10.
19. On the ball, on the ball. Go.
They'll look to throw here. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 30 big ones. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It returns it right back to Samuel. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And here's a quick throw out to Mims. Touchdown, Vikings. Marvin Mims, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Willis. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Go, check, check, Panther. Big Lion. Let go.
A give right side for Pacheco. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. And quickly they get to the line.
7 Pirates, 7 Warriors, 70, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, 79 Broncos. Hey, pass.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Trap 50, trap 50. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
Back to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On the jump.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
70 Lions.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Cut 19, cut 19.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
19 tight. 60 average, 60. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Willis. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Eluding the pressure right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Willis, got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a foot.